So today I'm going to share with you black and white, my twin flame journey, and in this story, there's going to be an important lesson for your twin flame journey. So I was a spiritual seeker. Are you a spiritual seeker too? I wanted to know what was my reason for existence. I wanted to understand life. And I was like, there wasn't really anyone teaching that, right? Of course, there's the master teachers. But anyway, I would read books from spiritual teachers that I was drawn to, like Wayne Dyer, Eckhart Tolle. I would meditate and have out-of-body experiences. I would journal, reflect, study, right? Do what you can do without really knowing the exact process to manifesting your twin flame. Now, some people think that, this kind of stuff is super spiritual. And it's like maybe the higher echelons of spirituality, like the deep inner work. But this was the stuff that I was doing before I manifested the twin flame journey and the process for coming into twin flame union. Now, one of the lessons I learned on this twin flame journey is the power of your choice. If you set your will to something and you're behind that will, the universe, God, will surrender to your will. And it did. So I found my shaking camera. I found my twin flame teachers, Jeff and Shalia, and they just resonated with my heart. And I found myself really just looking forward to their next video coming out and just wanting to watch the next thing that they had to say about twin flames. And I went deeper with it. I bought their book, Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover. If it's near me, I'll quickly show you it. Yeah, usually. So here it is. It has a different cover now. That's black and white. I'm not sure where that is. You can see I've done my spiritual study on that. And I read that, and it's incredible, okay? And it teaches you, that book alone teaches you the mirror exercise, which is the deep inner work that is deeper than any inner work that you've done before, I promise. It's straightforward and it's to the point, and it gets to the point of the issue. There's no meditating around it or, circumventing it or, taking a really, really long time to make a little bit of progress. It just gets to the point, right? And it's also not difficult, which is great, but it does require you to want to heal, basically. If you want to heal, you'll have no problem with this tool. Anyway, I did it. I shed some tears the first time I did it because I had an emotional healing that took place. And I'm I can heal anything with this tool, right? So fast forward, joined their Twin Flame Ascension School and became their direct student for 2 years straight in Twin Flame Ascension School, because that is the length of the course. It's 2 years. And I'm still their student. We went deeper after that. But in that 2 years, I learned all of the core lessons for manifesting Harmonious Twin Flame Union, because they actually had the thing, Jeff and Shalia. They have Harmonious Twin Flame Union. Thus, they can teach other people to have it, right? There was none of this fake twin flame teacher stuff where, they're just talking esoterically, randomly about twin flames, all of this random stuff, right? This was real life, practical. How do I heal my Harmonious Twin Flame Union? Very grounded, very logical, but also spiritual. Exactly what I was looking for, right? And at the end of that 2 years, obviously that was a whole journey. I transformed so much over that 2 years. My life changed, okay? And that's another lesson on your twin flame journey, is your life is going to change. You have to be okay with change, right? Because when your inner self changes from healing, your vibration changes, and thus you attract a different external experience. And that's what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to attract a new experience of your Harmonious Twin Flame Union. And you have to prepare your life and your vibration to be able to maintain that and to attract that, right? So at the end of that 2 years, I received what the teachings promised. I met my twin flame, and by the end of that 2 years, it's actually recorded in the very last class, I came into Harmonious Twin Flame Union with my true twin flame, Rafan. And Harmonious Twin Flame Union is different to just union. what is union? Because I didn't really understand what union was. I thought that union was like kind of knowing your twin flame and like maybe just like talking to them. But union is when you are aware of each other as twin flames and you commit to each other as like boyfriend and girlfriend, or husband and wife, or, you know, boyfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, LGBTQ, right? Any of that. And however your union is designed. Getting a little bit off track, or just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, and Harmonious Twin Flame Union is where you recognize that you're one, that your twin flame is you, and they recognize, like you actually recognize it with the whole of your being, that your twin flame is you, and they recognize that you are them and you're one, and you function as a union, not as two individuals, and you choose to live your life from that place of oneness, how God created you. You live as one being, because that's what you are as twin flames. Is there's a masculine polarity and there's a feminine polarity, like a yin yang, and that works together as one union. That is what is Harmonious Twin Flame Union. So I achieved that vibrationally, okay? But there was some colleague, like I'm gonna call them colleagues, or like spiritual family that took the journey with me, who also came into their Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and they still have it today because they stuck with the process. They stuck with the teachings, they stuck with the inner work, right? But for me, when I came into my Harmonious Twin Flame Union, I came into my Harmonious Union, I kind of threw it away without knowing it. I had some fears come up in my consciousness, like, but when I came into my Harmonious Twin Flame Union, I kind of threw it away. I kind of thought that I did the work and it was just going to stay. And I went back to doing things in a worldly way, in the way that I used to do things. I was still doing the mirror exercise, but my choice was to like again build my foundation on fear instead of God. And I soon like lost that vibration of Harmonious Twin Flame Union and went back into union. Now, do I regret that? That's a hard question. But ultimately no, because I had to learn the lesson, and this lesson now I can share with you, so you can know when you reach this point on your twin flame journey to stay with the process that brought you your Harmonious Twin Flame Union in the first place. Stay with your coach that helped you there. Stay with doing the mirror exercise. Stay with studying Twin Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class and the teachings of union. And just keep doing what you've been doing. Because, you know, that's how you keep it. So there's some blocks that I had to heal as well. I still had this belief that maybe love wasn't real, that fear was more powerful than love, that love wasn't safe, that I was unworthy or undeserving of love. And I had to go on this journey again of rooting out and healing these beliefs about myself. And, you know, as long as you don't give up, you're going to get your Harmonious Twin Flame Union. And you don't have to be afraid of anything, because there's a process to support you in getting there no matter what your journey looks like. It's so incredibly worth it, because my life is so much better than it used to be. My home is peaceful. My home and my life is peaceful. My nervous system is deeply regulated. I have the confidence knowing that I can solve any problem in my life and achieve any goal that I want to achieve through doing the inner work and taking the action that inner work reveals. I have my man, my twin flame, mirroring my self-love back to me. I have my perfect complement in my life. Is there anything you could want more than that? I'm learning to live my life purpose, which is incredibly joyful, and there's unlimited avenues of joy for you in your life purpose. There's so much richness that you'll learn from the teachings of union. So if you're wanting a reliable and supportive coach that can guide you to your Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and you're ready and willing to do the inner work and be committed to get there, and you're serious about being with your twin flame because you love them so much, then I can help you. I'm certified by Twin Flames Universe. I have been since 2020. And a good next step is I offer free 20-minute discovery calls where we can discuss your twin flame union, the problems you're having, how we can solve them, and next steps, and what a coaching relationship might look like. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care.